here. I don't have too much club business to pass, and then it looks like I'm down for the pledge, so I'll do that right after the club business here. So first thing is, I hope everybody's staying warm, and if you're traveling to work tomorrow, please be safe. Watch the roads, watch the bridges, and if you get to a situation where you don't feel comfortable, please do the safe thing. Turn around, call your bosses, call whoever you need to, and stay safe. Next is, I text this out to everybody, but we're working on getting Carrie into a speech contest. And so I've been in touch with Kevin Poe, spoke to him numerous times. We made sure that Carrie's eligible. She is eligible. Then I got in contact with Brandon O'Brien, who's our club coach. He is the area governor, I believe. And he is working on the date and time for the speech contest. So he said he will get me that information ASAP. That was about 3 days ago, I believe, and I haven't heard back. But the contest should be towards the end of February or beginning of March is what I was estimated at from Kevin. So anyway, next piece of club business is Carrie had a chance to join or attend a advanced Toastmasters group this weekend on Saturday at 10:15. And so what the Advanced Toastmasters does, so Crystal Lockett, I think you guys remember her. She spoke at our club one time as a guest speaker. And they have an Advanced Toastmasters group. I think they meet once a month or something like that. And they really dive deep into speech evaluation and just, I guess, advanced Toastmaster, skills and everything. So I thought it'd be neat to have Carrie tonight tell us about that meeting, because I'm curious about it. Tell us about how her speech went, some of the feedback she got, and just kind of the overall gist of the whole meeting. And then Carrie will also be speaking tonight on our first speaker spot, and this will be her speech for the speech contest. So we are definitely excited about that. And the last piece of club business is Gather Church. So they never contacted me back. Like I said, I didn't get the warm and fuzzy after talking with a gentleman about it. And so I've never heard back from them. It's been well over a week. So I'm going to count them out as a meeting spot. But I spoke to Maurice today, and I think we're just going to push ahead with the Fuse Factory right now. They're already having Toastmasters meetings there. They're already doing hybrid meetings. I spoke to Crystal Lockett too this weekend or this week, and she offered to kind of walk me through how they do hybrid meetings, and if I can, maybe go attend one on Monday, but I'm not sure if I can get off then, and that might be our first chance to do our own hybrid meeting. So anyway, I might just call Crystal, get her meeting to walk through the steps. Me, Maurice, and whoever else is interested can show up and do our best to make it work for this next coming Monday, if we can work it out. I'm calling the Fuse Factory tomorrow and to make these plans. Okay, that was all I have to pass. Does anybody else have anything for club business while we're here?
Carrie?
Yes. I'm sorry I didn't send any invoice via email. Maybe you guys happy actually. But coming week, I promise I'll send an invoice for club fee. That is $45, and the local club fee is $10, I believe. So $55 in total. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Carrie. Anybody else? Okay. Let's go ahead and put our hand over our heart, and we'll do the pledge, and we will begin our meeting. So I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, guys, and now I will introduce the Toastmaster for tonight, and that is Majid.
Hello, everyone. I am Majid. I'll be your Toastmaster. I'm super excited to be your Toastmaster for tonight. we have a full agenda. That seems like a very exciting meeting that we have ahead of us. First prepared speech would be super fun. It's the actual speech that that Harry is going to use in the Toastmaster competition. So we are all excited to see how it goes and what surprise she has for us. I know we have seen very eloquent speeches from her earlier, so we are all super excited. And she's going to use the second speaker spot to give us an educational overview, as Luke mentioned, about the advanced Toastmaster processes and their steps. So this would be the prepared speech, the first part of our meeting. The second part would be the table topic. Table topic would be Luke, as he's filling in for Jonathan. And the third part would be evaluations. So with this, I will start invite our roles to see if they could introduce themselves and give us some overview of their role. First, let's start with Morris, as he will be our timer for tonight. Morris.
Yes, I'll be the timer for tonight. And Carrie, how long will your speech be? What's the range of your speech?
5 to 7.
Okay, 5 to 7 minutes. So when Carrie reaches 5 minutes, and I'm going to try this scheme to see if it works, you get green.
Oh yeah, that looks well.
When she gets to 6 minutes, it'll be yellow. And then when she gets to 7 minutes, it'll be red. So I hope I'll keep up with all these functions at the same time and pull this off. And back to you. Oh, and the table topics, you know, it's 1 to 2 minutes. 1 minute green, 1:30 yellow, and 2 minutes red.
Awesome.
Back to you.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's an innovation right there. Okay, with our R counter, let's move on to Olivia. If you could give us an overview of R counter role.
Hello, Toastmasters. I am your all counter for this evening. So I'll be listening for those filler words. Ahs, so's, you knows, ands, likes. So please take a moment, pay attention, because I'm going to be recording them. And I will give my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Awesome, thanks, Olivia. I know I usually keep the R counter busy, so okay, let's move on to David for grammarian role.
Good evening, everyone. I will be your grammarian for tonight. I will be looking for improper use of the English language. I also want to note that profanity will be considered improper use. I'm specifically talking to Luke here. We don't need any of that. Okay, I'm trying to be funny. That's it. Grammarian for this evening. Thank you.
If you could say the word of the day, grammarian, is that the same word, right? Profanity.
Oh, the word of the day. Actually, I'm not. Do we have it on the printout? Does anybody?
Caboodle, it's caboodle. As in kitten caboodle, I guess.
Yeah, sorry about that. The word of the day is caboodle.
Wow.
As in,
How do you spell it?
C-A-B.
Never mind. You guessing.
Well, I saw it on the. I mean, I don't have it in front of me, but I saw it.
it's spelled just like it's.
So
L-E.
it is caboodle. So it's CABOODLE. I'll put it in the chat. Caboodle.
Here, let me see if it'll let you. Let me make you a co-host so it'll let you.
I added it in the window, the word, but yeah, I don't know
Oh.
about it.
So the chat's now working? Were you able? I see you able to chat. Okay.
Yep. I posted it in the window for chat.
I'll get the definition.
Yep. Yeah, probably David and Olivia could all stop by again in that count area. let's move on to our general evaluator. That would be Cheyenne.
Hello, I will be the general evaluator. So I will tell the caboodle of you in this meeting what that means. So I will give a general overview of the meeting at the end and also call up my fellow team of evaluators. And that is all. Thank you.
All right, I would like to invite Luke for explaining us the role for table topic master. Luke.
All right. Good evening, everybody. I just want to make sure I was on unmute there. I'm glad you were joking about the cuss words, David, because my face literally got red because I thought I might have said something I shouldn't have. And if I did, I apologize because I do work around a bunch of sailors. So it does happen. But yeah, I hope I didn't say anything. So for the, let's see, for the table topics tonight, it's our chance to impromptu speak. You know, it gives us the time to think on our feet, really, you know, not know, you know, what to say. It challenges us. I normally like to kind of like specialize the table topics or personalize them. I just didn't have time to this time. And so I will be reading off just a sheet with a lot of different, you know, Toastmasters table topics already on there. Yep, that will be my role tonight. Back to you, Toastmaster.
All right, awesome. Luke, thank you. With this, we'll move on to our first section, that's prepared speech. We are all excited. So let's call on our first speaker, Curry, for our prepared speech.
Just 1 second. Let's get set up.
Yep. We already got some hint over there.
Yes, I love it already. Too cute.
Okay, we're ready now. And I think we can just go ahead. This speech is titled Island of Hope, Tears, and Blizzard Treats.
When I was 22, I came to America for the first time all by myself to continue my education. It was the first time to leave my home country, Japan. It was the first time to even ride on the airplane. With the first experiences, my journey to America has begun. Toastmasters and the members, this is my story. The story is about the early time of my American life. 4 days before leaving my town, my hands holding chopsticks, a spoon, toothbrush, and a pen were shaking. I was nervous, anxious, and scared. My parents were very worried about me. I had to show them my toughness and pretend to be fine. But my true feeling was scared. However, the fear didn't stop my journey because I paid $1,400 for the ticket. Non-refundable. No, I didn't want to waste the money. An airplane carrying 22-year young Carrie with a one suitcase, a one-way ticket with a lot of fear, took off at Kansai Airport, Japan. After 13 hours of flight, the airplane landed on JFK Airport, New York. I couldn't wait to see what America looked like. I ran to the outside of the airport. I looked up at the sky and said, "Welcome to America, Carrie." Island of hope and tears, 島はまだ見えない。The song about Ellis Island crossed my mind. Then I saw a police officer yelling at the big man, "Put your hands on the wall!" Welcome to True America, Carrie. That was day one in America, and my debut in America. On day two, I finally arrived at the Penn State University. I checked in the school dorm. I had 6 roommates, and there are 4 bunk beds in the room. The upper bunk and a tiny corner of the closet were my personal space. I called my mom. "Hey, Mom, everything is fine here." Holding back my tears, I pretended to be fine. On that night, all I thought was my family, friends, and Japan. I missed them so much and cried in bed. On day 3, I was busy registering classes, paying the tuition, buying the textbook, and talking to my advisor. And school started. I needed to study. I was super busy and the fear had gone. However, I was very homesick. I cried day and night. When I didn't understand what a teacher was talking about in English, I almost burst into tears, ran to the bathroom, and cried. When I didn't know how to order lunch at the cafe, I almost burst into tears, ran to the bathroom, and cried. When someone said hello to me, I almost burst into tears, ran to the bathroom, and cried. At night, I cried in bed. Island of tears. The first weekend came. My roommates took me downtown. They knew I was homesick and cried in bed every night. We went to Dairy Queen. I didn't know what it was. They told me Blizzard was good. I had no idea what it was. I ordered small chocolate Blizzard. Again, small chocolate Blizzard. And I got an American small, or a huge cup of pile of ice cream with plenty of chocolate fudge on the top. When I saw it, I thought, well, America is not that bad. Since then, I cried less and smiled more. The chocolate blizzard was not just the ice cream moment. It was the moment I opened up my heart to America. If I want America to accept me, I need to accept and open up my mind to America first. If I want from you, I need to give you first. If I want you to love me, I need to open up my heart to you first and show you how much I love you. Since I realized this, my American life was happier and more hopeful. Island of hope. When I have a hard time, I eat chocolate blizzard and remember this story. The story is about early time of my American life. Toastmaster.
Whoa, awesome. Island of Hope. Yep, we all loved it, especially the blizzard part. All right, let's move on to the second prepared for the second speech, that is a educational overview. I would like to invite Perry again. Please, if you could give us an educational overview of the advanced Toastmaster.
Hello, good evening, everyone again. It's Carrie again. Last Saturday, I participated in the Advanced Toastmaster meeting. It was a great experience, and I'd like to share the three things. First of all, very different format. We usually have three portions of the meeting. First is a prepared speech, Toastmaster, and the last one is evaluation. However, they do only prepared speech and evaluation. Usually they schedule 5 people, and they right after each of them have a really deep evaluation. One evaluator do the same way we do, but she also take the leading role, and everyone share their evaluation, their feedback. So when I made a speech, and then everyone really give me the all comments, feedback, and evaluation. That was really, really good for me because I want to improve more. And I remember the one Toastmaster, her name is I'm sorry, I can't really remember her name, but she, first time when I saw her through the screen, her posture was really like this, talking, and it's kind of, it was not very impressive, honestly. But she made very good points, very, very good points. I really appreciate. She's a little bit harshy to me, and it's not really sweet things she said. She really say straightforward. So sometimes a little bit hurting, honestly. But it was really good. It was I really appreciate what she's that comment she gave me. And the second thing is, rather than format, we have the meeting is only once a month, as Luke said, second Saturday, I believe. So it's longer than our meeting. Our meeting is just 1 hour, but their meeting is more than 1.5. And then so 5 people made a speech. So it's really long and only once a month. So if I skip the one meeting, that means I'm not gonna see them for 2 months in a row. So I preferred our weekly meeting, but it was also a great experience to once a month long meeting. And the last thing I'd like to share is the format share meeting. One more thing. Because only 5 scheduled people, we really can focus on the speech only. The scheduled person made a speech, and everybody evaluator. So I feel like that's a great place to improve your speech skill. Unfortunately, we don't have a table topic, but if anybody has a somewhat long speech, prepared speech, or even pocket speech, that was a really, really good place to practice. That's what I thought. And the last thing, I'd like to add the one more thing, and participate in a different environment, different meeting. It was really good experience. Especially this is the first time in America to participate in a different Toastmaster meeting. So then meet the nice people, and everybody very active and helped me try to improve their speech skill. It was really, really good. So not just the folk, I love Hilltopper. I love all of you, but it's nice to see the different group of people. That's all. Thank you so much. And then thank you, Luke, for giving this opportunity. Appreciate it.
Awesome feedback. It was a very detailed, and we almost thought that we were also in part of advanced group. So it's good to know how they host 5 prepared speech and everyone does an evaluation. So it's a lot of time. So 5 times, if you have 5 Toastmasters or 5 evaluators, say it's a 5 times 5. Yeah, it's And it's good to have evaluation right after. If you think about it, like you are fresh in the thought. So I know it would be hard for the first evaluator to evaluate you because you just finished and the first evaluator is going to hit right on the points, but at least you would have the second and third, the other evaluators would have immediate feedback, so you could analyze it even in a nicer way. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Terry, for a good feedback on the club. So let's move on to our second area for the meeting. That would be Luke for table topic. Luke.
All right, good evening, everybody. So we are almost right on time, according to the agenda, to start table topics here. So once again, I apologize about not personalizing them or coming up with something a little bit more unique, especially like Manjeet did last week. So we're actually trying to move, and I've been searching for house high and low and everything else, and it's been pretty hectic and a little stressful. So anyway, I will ask for volunteers. I'm going to have you choose a number between 1 and 365. So first volunteer. I think I saw Olivia's hand. Oh, I see Kyler's hand. All right, Kyler, what number would you like between 1 and 365?
Let's see, 244.
244. That's a good number there. All right, 244. Your question is, when you have a random hour of free time, what do you usually do?
Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. I've been asked that if I have a random hour of free time, what do I usually do? And that would probably be a two-part answer. The first part is to try to get my phone away from me, because if I have free time and my phone's nearby, I'll burn it all up scrolling through, Reddit or Instagram. I'll become an expert on something that, really doesn't even matter. And I'll end up wasting that hour if I'm not careful. So if I can get my phone away from me, I usually try to focus on either working on a book that I'm reading. One thing I try to do, especially during this pandemic, is read more books. And then if not that, I try to work on doing some guitar practice, or I try to work on just a random art project or something like that I've got lined up. Because, especially with like the beginning of this pandemic, I think maybe the first month or two, I remember thinking like, oh yeah, I've got all this free time. And then 2 months go by and I'm like, I've not done anything, where is it going? And sure enough, it was all going to Reddit or Instagram or Facebook, anything that you can scroll on, that's where it was going. And my goal is to try to reclaim that time back, because if I can use it efficiently, I can make a more enriching decision, even if it's just, completing a novel, or, even watching a movie is better than scrolling on the internet. So that's what I try to do with an extra hour. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thanks, Kyler. I know exactly what you're talking about, because when I would get quarantined or I had my surgery and I'm stuck here at the house, I come up with a list of all this stuff I'm going to get done, and I'm going to kick butt. And at the end of all my time, you look back and you're like, man, I didn't get about half of it done. And then it's definitely easy to get carried away on, scrolling through your phone and looking at projects and looking at stuff. So, yeah, I totally agree. But it sounds like, if you weren't scrolling on your phone, you got a lot to keep you busy, and I think, especially your guitar work, I've always wanted to learn how to play, just never had the patience. So I think that's neat, man. All right.
If you want to learn how to play guitar, go to Justin Guitar on YouTube. It's super helpful. Like I said, literally anybody can do it. Yeah, I'll text you later. But the dude's called Justin Guitar, and you, like I say, you will be surprised at how quick and easy it is to learn. You just need someone who's good at teaching it, and the dude's really good.
Perfect. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. Okay, next question. Do I have a volunteer? Ooh, Olivia. Let's see, Olivia, number between 100 and 365.
I want 365.
On 365, all righty. See here. All right, number 365, Olivia, your question is, how would you describe your future in 3 words?
Satisfied, rewarding, blessed. Back to you.
Yeah, that one was it's kind of hard. I mean, you definitely answered it. I was thinking, you know what I was thinking, Olivia? Talk show host.
Well, that's going to make me satisfied, rewarding.
Yeah, that is true.
I am excited about that for sure.
Absolutely. All right, thanks, Olivia. All right, next volunteer. Cheyenne, what number would you like?
I'll take 234.
234. All right. Question number 234. What's the most important lesson you've learned in the last year?
Hello, fellow Toastmasters. I've been asked what is the most important lesson that I have learned in this past year. I feel like we've all learned a lot of lessons. It's like enough with the lessons, please. It's a lot I feel like we've learned at least like 6 or 7 years of lessons all in 1 year. But I would say my biggest takeaway kind of runs on the similar lines of what Kyler was saying, as far as when you're working and when you are going out every day, 8 to 5, you think, man, if I just had the free time, I could get so much done. If I just had free time, or if I just didn't have to work, like I could, do all of this. And unfortunately, I ended up losing my job due to COVID. And I was thinking the same thing, like I'm going to get so much done. Like I'm going to start my own thing. I can do this. And like you said, before you know it, like the weeks just kind of roll by, just as if you were going to an 8 to 5 job. So my thing lately has been just learning, like, in either situation, you'll think the grass is greener on either side. Because I always thought, like, oh, if I just had free time. And now I'm like, oh, what do I do? Like I'm itching to like kind of have like structure, like I'm a structure person. But I will finish my table topics with a quote that I read somewhere, and I cannot remember where, but it said, "There is no such thing as the right time, just time and what you do with it." And I was like, that is amazing. Because we always say, oh, well, when this happens, I'll do this, or when I'm comfortable, I'll do this, or in a year, maybe I'll do this. But there's no such thing as the right time. You just have time and what you choose to do with it. So thank you. Back to you.
Thanks, Cheyenne. I think that was a really good answer. And once again, we're, back to time and using it wisely. And I know I did a speech on time management, Olivia did, and, Kyler answered about the same thing too. So maximizing the time we have here is highly important. And it's something I work on all the time. I think we got 2 more. Time for 2 more table topics. I have another volunteer. All right, David. Let's see here. What number would you like, David?
I'm going to pretend we're playing The Price is Right. I'm going to go 235.
235. All right. Okay, let's see. Question number 235. based on your current daily actions and routines, where would you expect to be in 5 years?
Well, thank you for that interesting question, Luke. Based on my current actions and routines, where would I be in 5 years is the question. And I think, like some of the other questions, this relates to time and how we use our time. For myself, really, I agree with what Cheyenne and Kyler and others have said, that during this pandemic, I've had more free time than I expected, but somehow I don't seem to have taken advantage of it. So based on my daily activities, in 5 years, I'll probably still be just hanging out at my house and doing Zoom meetings, but hopefully I'll make some progress and get to a better place. That gives me really food for thought, in that I need more medium term and long term goals to work towards, because right now I don't really think a lot about the future, other than just as I'm getting older and my relatives are getting older and people that I'm helping, things are going to change at some point and life is going to move on. But where I'm going to be in it, I'm not 100% sure, but I will most definitely think more on that and contemplate. And also, I want to add, I have a very dry sense of humor sometimes. When at work, people had never knew if I was serious or not. So I was totally joking about the profanity, Luke. I've never heard you utter a cuss word ever. So it's my dry sense of humor. It gets me in trouble sometimes too, but that's it. Thank you. Back to table topics, Master.
Thanks, David. Thanks for that question or the answer. And that's always good when we get questions, that make us ponder and, maybe, impact us and help us, make some goals and do something better. So, and also, yeah, the dry humor, you play it off good, because when you said it, I mean, y'all can't see it, but my face got red. I got hot. Like, I was like, did I drop like a F-bomb somewhere? Like, I didn't even mean to. So, you definitely got me good on that one. But all right, so we got time for one more table topic. Can I get one more volunteer?
Okay. Well, I'll attempt to multitask.
All right.
Oh, I'll do the timer for you.
All right.
I don't know how to do all those different little things though. I'll just do, this will be, you're doing good.
All right. Hand
this
clap.
will be, cut it out. And this will be, it's over.
Oh, okay. All right. That's.
Oh, now how do I get rid of it?
Oh, it'll fade out by itself.
Yeah, okay. All right, let me get my thing set up.
All right, Maurice, what number would you like?
It's February 15th, 31 days in January plus 15, 46.
Oh, I like your ingenuity there. That's pretty good. All right. So question number 46. Are you more worried about doing things right or doing the right things? A little tricky. So I'll read it one more time. Are you more worried about doing things right or doing the right things?
Fellow Toastmasters and fellow Toastmasters, the question that was posed to me, am I more worried about doing the right things or doing things right? My answer to that would be doing the right thing, because there's a right way to rob a bank. There's a right way to pop firecrackers. There's a right way to run over somebody with a car. But those aren't necessarily the right things to do. And I can go more deeper into that and cover the whole kit and caboodle. But bottom line is I am more focused, or it's more of a priority for me to do the right things than to do things right. Back to you, Mr. Topics Master.
All right, thank you, Maurice. So that was a little tricky question. I mean, I actually read it twice for you, but also for me, just to make sure I was understanding it. But yeah, you can definitely not go wrong by doing the right thing, even when it's hard to do or when no one's looking, just because it's right. So, all right, I appreciate it, guys. And that will wrap up our table topics for tonight. And I will return it back to our Toastmaster, Majid.
Hello, everyone. I'm back. This was an interesting answers from everyone, especially about the management of time. I remember when I was in school and doing my engineering stuff, I used to think, okay, in US, we have Saturday and Sunday off. So it'd be a lot of time for doing, maybe after the school, I'll do this, and after the work. And now here you are, and Saturdays, Sundays are like running out. You don't even see Saturday. It's already Friday, and it's already Toastmaster. Wait for another day. We'll have another Monday meeting. So yeah, time is flying. Yeah, I think the clocks they're making is not right. It's just running too fast. They need to rethink their strategy. Maybe they're reducing now the second to half or what. And yeah, time management, and these are all things that we are all working on, and that's a work in progress. We will never reach to what we want to reach, but it's as you keep trying, you improve. Like I was trying to study something like a month before I started, but the first week I could just get like half a page of it. But after keep trying, and now I'm able to spend a little more time on that. So I think it's just you aim for something, but you get something, but you keep aiming at it and you will improve step by step, but it takes time. But yeah, that was an interesting topic. And do the right thing in the right way, as Morris said. So, okay, with this, we'll move on to the third topic, third area of our meeting, that is the general evaluation. And let me call upon our general evaluator, Shian.
Hello, everyone. I am here to call upon our evaluation team. And our first member that will come up and speak will be our first evaluator, which is Mr. Kyler Gates, evaluating Carrie's speech.
Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. My name is Kyler, and I will be evaluating Carrie's speech this evening. Let's see, sorry, I got to move the cursor because it was in the way for me. But yeah, I really enjoyed your speech, Carrie. I like the emotion you put into it. I like how you are able to kind of like put us in your place, like what you were feeling and what you were going through. A lot of us kind of like growing up in this atmosphere, and like it's funny when you bring up blizzards, like, you know, I've known blizzards ever since I was probably, you know, probably before I could even talk, I knew what a blizzard was. And so to experience it from someone else's point of view, like, you know, how much larger it is, and like, you know, versus like how, you know, serving size from like another country, and you know, your experience of being alone and being scared. And it really just kind of puts, like, you know, America and the United States into like a different perspective. And it opens up my eyes, like someone who's kind of seen everything the same way. You know, it helps me kind of see it through a new lens and see it from someone else's perspective. And I really appreciate that. And I feel like, you know, I've learned so much just from your story. So I really like the emotion you put into it. I like that you had, behind you there was a flipboard, and that kind of gave me like a timeline. It kind of helped me kind of keep track of where we were and how long you've been there and what time during the week it was. I enjoyed that. Let's see, you did excellent on body language. I like that you were able to like keep people engaged. you know, and then I like that you were standing up. A lot of us will sit down while we're talking while we're doing a Zoom meeting. And I like that you took the time to like stand up and move around. It made it feel more professional, more lively, more of like a presentation rather than just a conversation between friends on a Zoom meeting. So I like how you did that. You may want to work on, and it was hard for me to come up with anything to give you to work on. So I just thought of one thing in the future, maybe if you're presenting it in person, once, you know, the pandemic's died down, it's safe to go out and present in person. If you could have like maybe a PowerPoint or something, so when you're talking about the days of the week, you could show us a PowerPoint behind you, or maybe you could have something like you could switch over to something like that. But that's not really a big criticism. That's just maybe like an option for when you do it in person. I think the way you did it over Zoom, I think was fantastic, because I think, if I'm correct, if you did it with if you did like a PowerPoint with Zoom, it would have like covered your whole screen, and so we wouldn't have been able to see your body language. So I think you made a good choice considering the resources that you had for the moment. And then the last thing, to challenge yourself, and this is again something that you might you can add to the Flipboard, or maybe you could use it in the future, like when you're presenting in person. But something that would be helpful to me is like maybe some images, like, so when you talk about like, you know, leaving Japan, getting on the plane, like maybe an image of the plane or an image of the New York skyline when you land in New York, something to kind of give you like a background, because your speech is very performative. So if you had like something that could be sort of like your stage almost. So like when you're telling me about the first time you go to Wendy's, you can like have a picture of like, you know, Wendy's. You could even get creative with it. Maybe look up a picture of, you know, Wendy's with like the decorations that they used to have. I know they've updated a lot of the Wendy's, but like something like what the Wendy's looked like when you went there, just to kind of give us all, just to help kind of put us, you know, more into the story and more into your shoes. But overall, yeah, you can hear my cat in the background. He was causing a ruckus earlier, so he probably saw us getting distracted, so we put him outside of the room, and now he's very upset. He's feeling left out. But overall, it was a fantastic speech, and like it was a good performance as well. And I thank you for sharing your personal story with all of us, because it's something that it's an experience that most of us, you know, haven't had. You know, we've lived in the same place most of our lives. Like at least I can say for myself, I've kind of grown up around the same area. I might move over to this city, or I might move back to that city, but you know, I've been mostly in the same location. So to you know, hear from someone else to kind of describe what they were going through and what they were feeling, you know, means a lot to me, and it just gives me a stronger perspective on, you know, what it means to live here, and you know what it means to, you know, come together and to you know, work together. And like you were saying, I like the ending of your speech, to open up and get to know each other better, and that, you know, the key is to open up with each other. And I appreciate that. Thank you for your speech, and I hope you do excellent. So back to you, evaluator, general evaluator.
All right, and did we have no? Okay. All right. So with that, I will start calling up the team members to give us the rest of the reports. So if I could please hear from the timer.
Time for timer. All right. Time for Carrie's first speech was 6 minutes and 50 seconds. The time for Carrie's educational overview was 3 minutes and 44 seconds. For table topics, Kyler, 1 minute and 51 seconds. Olivia, 11 seconds, including about 7 seconds of silence. And then Cheyenne was 1 minute and 56 seconds. David was 1 minute and 39 seconds. Kyler's evaluation was 5 minutes and 43 seconds. And I believe I was just a little over a minute, right, Olivia?
Yours was 1 minute and 11 seconds.
Okay, minute 11 seconds. All right. Thank you. And that is the timer's report. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
All right, and if we could please get the grammarian's report.
Good evening again. I have the privilege of being the grammarian this evening. And as far as misuse of the English language, I thought everyone did a pretty good job. I didn't notice anything outstanding there. For the word of the day, caboodle, which is a pretty easy word, I believe Luke and Maurice said it at least once. Did I miss it? Did anybody?
Cheyenne said it once.
Cheyenne said it once. Thank you. And that's all that I recall hearing on the word of the day. But my brain's been a little fuzzy lately, so I could have missed someone. So just holler if I did. But very good. That's the grammarian's report. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
All right, and if I could please get the all counters report.
Good evening, everyone. I have the pleasure of giving you your reports for your Oz, So's, Likes, and You-Knows. And so for Cheyenne, I have none. David, I have none. Maurice, I have none. And Kyler, I think you just love that you-know.
Yeah.
You love it. I counted 8 you-knows and 5
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's
8
good to know.
Yeah, it's good to know.
Now you know.
No, I know.
Now you know. Yeah. Okay, but it was great. I just said one myself. Anyway, I'm a little late, but that's it. That's the whole kit and caboodle. Back to you, Cheyenne.
All right, so I believe that is all our reports. So I will give a general evaluation of our meeting. We started 2 minutes late, no big deal. We were all here though, so that's great. I know I have a problem with logging in at the last minute, so I've been trying to log in at least 5 minutes before. So good job, everyone's here. And Carrie said she would be sending out the fees soon, so don't forget that. I'm also bad about forgetting that. But I think we had a great meeting. I think even though our group is smaller, I definitely would say quality over quantity, because I feel like every time I get to do a table topics, or every time I do a speech or get evaluated, or get to hear someone else's evaluation, I learn something from it. So I think we have a powerhouse of a group, and I look forward to Toastmasters during the week, and I'm interested to see how the blended meetings go. We will probably be virtual, but I will be interested to hear from you guys what that looks like. So that is all, and I will pass it back to the Toastmaster.
Thank you. That was a very good evaluation. So that's with this, we are coming towards the end of our meeting for this evening. I wanted to check, do we have any awards or any educational overview? No, okay. I think it was a very good meeting. With this, I will relinquish the lectern back to Luke, our president.
All right, guys. So we are at 7:40. So we got about 5 minutes left. We'll go ahead and wrap up, just to be respectful of everybody's time. Once again, I think it was another great meeting. I kind of echo Cheyenne's sentiment, when she says that she enjoys coming to Toastmasters. I do too, not only to, help, in the public speaking, but I enjoy, our meetings together. I think we laugh, have some fun, we cut up a little bit. And then, to be honest, we're serious about some things, and we all want to help each other, grow, not just in public speaking, but just, I feel like, in life. And so I think it's a good dynamic. So I really enjoy our group, and I hope everybody does. Carrie, thank you so much for doing your speech tonight. I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad that you got to be a part of the Advanced Toastmasters group, and I hope you got a lot of good feedback. And if you are more than welcome to practice your speech every single week if you need to. And we can fit you in the education overview, or most of the time we actually, obviously we have an extra speaker spot open sometimes. So if you want to keep practicing and keep taking like the evaluation, we'll give you a different evaluator every time, and keep taking the feedback from everybody. Hopefully come time to actually do it for the contest at the end of February or March, whatever it is, you'll be that much better. So you're more than welcome to continue to practice every meeting if needed. The Fuse Factory, I will try to do my best to set that up this week. And Maurice, I'll be in touch with you, and we'll talk about getting the equipment from Carpe Diem and getting it over to the Fuse Factory. I'm gonna make contact with the person you sent me the number for today. I'm gonna call them tomorrow and try to set this all up. And so hopefully next Monday we'll have our first hybrid meeting, and I will send out a text to everybody with information and who wants to go. But I do ask, if you show up, guys, let's just have our mask on. I'll bring hand sanitizer. When we get up to speak, we'll take our mask down and so forth. I still want to follow the rules just to make sure that we're all safe, and we'll go from there. Olivia, did you have something to pass?
I do. My question actually was for Carrie, but maybe you can answer it. So can anyone attend the advanced Toastmaster meeting? And if so, do you have the specifics? What time on Saturdays? Or?
So it sounds like it's the second Saturday of every month at 10:15 a.m. And she actually contacted me and asked if we had a Hilltoppers representative that could attend. And it was perfect, because it couldn't come at a more perfect time, to be honest, because Carrie's going for her speech contest. And so it was an easy fill for us this time. But it sounds like every month they're hoping to get a representative, and I can reach out to her, or I can actually set you up with her if you want some more information, Olivia.
Yes, that'd be great. I would love to attend at least once if I can.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yep. I will send her an email tonight with your information if you're okay with that.
Sure. David?
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I was with Carrie for the meeting Saturday, and it's normally from 10:15 to noon. And they normally, like Carrie said, have 5 speakers. It was really neat because they just did a round robin sort of afterwards, and everybody could just informally just have a chat about what they picked up from the speech, or just give their thoughts. But Crystal talked like that they were receptive to having visitors. So I'm sure I think she's one of the officers in the club, so she would be a good contact to ask. And they talk like they would even if they asked us about joining, I believe. So it's if you're looking for another club to be active with as well. But it was really a good experience.
Awesome. Thanks, David. Maurice, do you have any more information on the advanced club? Do you know anything about it?
No, not any more than what was in the email.
Okay. All right, perfect. Majid?
Hey, I wanted to check, where is this Fuse Factory? Is it in downtown?
Yes, it's downtown, right across the street from the courthouse.
Okay, wow, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, we're only expecting a few people to be there to, just to handle visitors and handle the equipment. And then everyone else in the club can do it virtually. And then if we get visitors, then fine.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I would have loved something in West Mobile, but yes, it seems like.
Yeah, well, the Gathering Church says that failed.
Yep, true. And even I thought to check with one, but it didn't work out that fine. But
have you tried the West Library, Luke?
I did. I never heard back. I never got a response back at all.
Fair enough.
I actually called Carpe Diem again and spoke to them, and there's still a definite no-go as well.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, you know, ideally we would like to get something closer over in West Mobile for everybody. But you know, I was telling Maurice, like for now, to get us in the hybrid meeting, you know, we can go down to the fuse factory, start doing it, and then hopefully in the next coming months or something like that, you know, really switch over and find a place over in West Mobile that's going to be more available. And hopefully with the vaccine getting out and different things like that too, you know, more people will be safe and more people will feel comfortable with, you know, with getting out, and it'll be hopefully it'll be a little different environment for everybody. So okay guys, I think that's all I have. Does anybody else have anything to pass before we close out another meeting?
I was just going to say, don't forget that TLI training that's coming up. I think it's just you and I that's going, Luke.
Yep, that's correct, Olivia.
Okay.
TLI. And then that should be our 6 members for the year, I believe, and then we'll meet our goal there. So yeah, I think we'll be good on that one.
So who previously went this half of the year?
I did. David,
I did not.
Carrie, and I believe Kyler.
Oh, okay. So they did. Okay.
Yep. And so I was going to do it again just because we needed the 6th person. If somebody hasn't done it this year, I would like you to attend to get it. But if everyone's done it, then I'll go back and do a second run, so we're able to get the I don't know if it's not points, but it's, you know, we're able to meet that criteria, I guess. And yep, I just wrote that down. Thanks for that reminder, Olivia. I appreciate that.